What's up viewers, and welcome to another episode of Cheers Reviews. I'm your host Jimmy, and today we're having a PJ Shootout. Let's take a quick look at the contestants. In the red corner we've got the Squier Classic Vibe Jaguar bass, and in the blue corner we've got the Fender Player Series Mustang bass. And a quick rundown of specifications comparing the two. We've got an Alder body on the Mustang bass, a NATO body on the Jaguar bass. Both have maple necks. We've got a Power Ferro fretboard on the Mustang, Indian Laurel on the Jaguar. Both have got, you guessed it, a Precision and the Jazz bass pickup loaded in the body. The Mustang having Fender vintage style pickups, and the Squier having Fender designed Alnico pickups. The scale length on the Mustang comes in at just 30 inches, whereas the scale length on the Jaguar is 32. I had a quick look at pricing online, and I found that most commonly, the Squier goes for about $579 and the Mustang goes for $1,029. Now, I've been lucky enough to play both of these basses for long enough to pick up on what their strengths and weaknesses are, and today we're going to look at a series of categories that are important to me when I'm looking for a bass. Round 1, feel. Now look, both of these basses do feel great, and there's no doubt that either of these basses would make any bassist really happy. It was really hard to pin a winner for this round because the Squier does feel nicer, in my opinion, because of the gloss neck and the lighter weight body. But when side by side, you can feel that the Fender has a much superior build quality, feeling a lot more solid and boasting most of the nice things that I found about the Squier. A tough one, but the Mustang takes this round. Round 2, versatility. For what they are, you can get plenty of different sounds out of both of them. However, the one advantage that the Squier really has is the concentric controls. These are also known as stack knobs, where the volume dial is stacked on top of the tone dial. This allows the player to blend as many different tones as they can possibly think of in what I like to think of as one of the most versatile pickup arrangements you can get. Now, even though the pickup layout on the Mustang is similar, it's controlled by a single volume knob, a single tone knob, and a three-way switch, where although they're solid, you only really get 3 choices that you can make. An advantage by design is that the Squier is a 32-inch scale, which allows for a broader range of playing, including slapping, which on the Mustang doesn't really go down all that well. This one's a win for the Jaguar bass. Round 3, sound. Without much further ado, let's see how it sounds. In my opinion, the Mustang represents a bit more of a rounder tone and responds a bit better to the strength and style that you're playing. Although the Squier does sound great, I feel like it doesn't respond as well when you're digging in or laying off. But I'd love to know which one you guys thought sounded better, so please let me know in the comments below. So, clear winner here, the Mustang bass. Okay, quick score check. We've got 2 for the Fender Mustang and 1 for the Squier Jag bass. Round 4, value for money. Both basses represent good value at both of their price points, and I guess that'll depend on where you are as a player as to which instrument is right for you. If we're looking at dollar for dollar, hands down, the Squier Jag bass absolutely kills it. For the price, the quality is good, the materials are good, it sounds and feels great, and it'll keep you smiling for years. But in saying that, the Fender Mustang PJ has got a superior build quality, better materials, and probably a bit more attention to detail in the back. Where I'm going with this is, if you were to tour coast to coast, the Squier Jaguar bass might be okay, but the Fender Mustang bass will definitely do the job. But in saying that, riding, recording, gigging, jamming, maybe a bit of light touring, yeah, sure. I think the Squier Jaguar bass would be great. And for that reason, and also the fact that it's nearly half the price, I'm choosing the Squier Jaguar bass for the winner of this round. Final round, looks. I mean, have a look at these two. They're both beautiful basses. But in saying that, I personally believe that both basses have got significant shortfalls in their styling, which made it really hard to pick a clear winner. For the Mustang bass, I do think that the full-size pickups do look silly. I thought I'd get used to it, but they still just look so big for the body. I suppose that's just the price you pay for versatility. And look, original Mustang basses, they look great. This one, not so much, but in saying that, it's definitely not as bad as the American Performer, which had both styles of pickups in it. What were they thinking? The only pain I have with the Jaguar bass and the classic vibe range in general is that even though they look awesome, I still think they look really far away from the originals. Look, I'm probably going a little bit off track here because they are supposed to be classic inspired instruments. But put it this way, I'm really keen to see how well they age over time. And what I mean by that is that I'm concerned that these retro modern design instruments are going to end up looking like a PT Cruiser. Anyway, with all of that said, I've chosen the Fender Mustang bass as the winner of this round because it's not trying to be anything that it's not, and truth be told, I'm probably going to wake up tomorrow and change my mind anyway. So in summary, I've chosen the Mustang to have the best feel based on the build quality, Jaguar for the versatility because of those awesome concentric controls. I've chosen the Mustang for the sound because of its responsiveness to how you play. I've chosen the Jaguar for value for money because it is half the price of the Mustang. And as we've just seen, I've chosen the Mustang because of its looks. And there you have it, folks. The winner of today's challenge is the Fender Player Mustang bass. Keeping in mind that everything we went through today is purely subjective, and you might think that the Jaguar bass is the coolest thing you've ever seen in your life. And if that's the case, then this has been the winner for today as well. If you liked today's video, give me a thumbs up. Let me know what you look for when you're comparing basses in the comments below. And if you want to see more regular bass content, smash that subscribe button down below. But until then, take care, and I'll see you next time.